Hey yo, we have Saturday night's main event this Saturday, and we gotta go over the card. What up? It's your boy D back at you with another video. And if you are new to the channel, please like, comment, and subscribe. We're on the road to 11,000 subs. And without further ado, we have Saturday night's main event. This card is very much a sleeper. There's no real big stars, no real big matches. Cody Rhodes not even on the card, but Roman Reigns ain't on the card. So could this be a very good Saturday night's main event, knowing that there's sleepers? These are more of the newer stars getting their first crack on Saturday night's main event. Could this cook? I don't know. Let's get into it. Okay, so the first matchup we're going to talk about is for the women's tag team titles. Brie Bella and Paige versus the Irresistible Forces. Honestly, if you ask your boy, I feel really bad for Brie Bella. I really do, because we all know the Bellatons were supposed to be the women's tag team champions. It was supposed to be for like them and Nikki to really get their shine and get it going, so they can finally have their tag team title moment that they've been waiting for, and the reason Brie Bella came back in the fucking first place. Nikki Bella getting hurt, obviously that halted things. Paige stepping in was a big return at WrestleMania, and Paige is fitting very well with this new division, and she can still wrestle and she can still go. But if you're asking me where we should go from here, I think it would be very beneficial for the Irresistible Forces to get those titles back on them until we figure out how long it's going to take Nikki to get back. Because I think it, as much as it helped kind of get Paige familiar back with WWE, I do believe that Paige is a singles wrestler, and it kind of did hurt her momentum coming back as a tag team wrestler and winning the tag team titles on your first day back. So I think it's better for Paige to go her own way now. Could she stay with Brie until Nikki gets back? Yes, obviously I think it would work. I don't think there's anything wrong with it, but I would definitely like to see Paige go at it with like Becky Lynch, or hell, maybe even if they put her still on the blue brand and give her Tiffany Stratton. I think those would be interesting matches, and like Paige can really get her feet wet in this new regime of the WWE. I think it would work, and I think it's something that could be very interesting. But if you ask me, for tomorrow night, Saturday night's main event, the winner of that match will be Nia Jax and Lash Legend. The Irresistible Forces will reclaim the women's tag team championships. All right, next matchup on the card, we have Rhea Ripley, Charlotte Flair, and Alexa Bliss versus Jade Cargill, Michin, and B-Fab. I just didn't want to alert my you-know-what. This match probably, honestly, I don't know. It could be good, but I'm not really into it. I know we're just going down that road of Rhea Ripley versus Jade again, which is like, I'm not saying that in like it's a bad thing. I actually thought they had a really good match at WrestleMania, but there's no juice there. Honestly, if you ask me, this matchup shouldn't be against Jade, Michin, and B-Fab. This match should be against Fatal Influence, the three-man team, the three-woman team that you guys were building up to be strong, building up to that where they were hunting for something, and what they were hunting for is the top. I would love to see Fatal Influence interfere in this match and beat everybody up, including the heels. I think it's important for them to show that they're here to make a statement. I think it would make a lot of sense, because like I feel like there's no reason Fatal Influence shouldn't be in this match at all. I think they have the drip, they have the glow, they have everything they need to, like, they were the new blood, they were getting a lot of heel heat. We needed to push them a little bit more, if anything. But if you had to ask me who's going to win this match, I'm going to go with Rhea Ripley and, what are they called? The Allies of Convenience, Friends of Convenience, something like that. I'm Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss. That's who I think is going to win this match. I think because it's a six-man tag, I think it's more probable for... I know they're very careful with Jade's losses, obviously, as they should be. her losing a 6-man tag match, it's not that big of a fucking deal, especially since you know they're not going to pin her anyway. They'll pin Michin or B-Fab or something like that. So I'm not mad at it, but I just wish Fatal Influence was in this match more than Jade, Michin, and B-Fab need to be. But that's my opinion. But good for B-Fab, good for Michin. Like, you know, like I hope they show up and show out, because they are talented in their own way. And this is really a big spot for them. So I'm excited to see what they do from here. All right, now we have the 2 main matches on the card, if you want to consider them main matches. So we have Bayley, your women's intercontinental champion, versus Sol Ruca in a non-title match. I think this is going to be the best match of the night. And I think this is just another showing out party just for everyone to see how goddamn good Sol Ruca is. Sol Ruca shows in and she shows out. I think for Sol Ruca, they need to still continue to take time building her character and building her, like, how to get her in stories that is going to make us care and make us feel something. You know what I'm saying? But she's the future. Her ring work is elite. Like, I think like her ring work is very good, and she's very different than everybody else. And I think that's what makes her cool. But now we need to see that emotion side. Can she grab somebody? Can she cut a promo? Can her facial reactions when she's taking moves? Is there something about Sol Ruca that can pull us in to make us want to feel for her? That's the next step. That's what really makes you really want to watch her. Don't get me wrong. I mean, and people think I might be crazy when I say this, but shit, look at CM Punk. CM Punk versus Roman Reigns. Banger of a match. I don't think I saw one front flip in the whole goddamn match. But their promos, their characters, their promos, their characters, and their storylines always connect with us. And that's what it's about. Look at Rhea Ripley. Rhea Ripley has a connection with the fan. That's why she's wildly over. Look at Danhausen. I don't care to watch a Danhausen match. But his promo, the way he talks, his character, the way he presents himself, he's fucking hilarious. So he speaks to us. And I think that's the only thing, in my opinion, that's missing with Sol. But I know Sol Ruca is going to get there, especially working with someone who's considered the greatest, or who could be considered as the greatest of all time. Not just me saying it, Sports Illustrated saying, Bleacher Report saying it. Mrs. Becky Lynch, the man, is going to bring that out of her. Becky Lynch has brought out a lot of the best in people, including Maxine Dupree, including AJ Lee. I think Becky is just one of those people. Please subscribe. Go get you some Emo coffee. Hopefully I can send you this one if y'all see it. I'm just playing. I just think this match is going to be good. I just want them to continue to build this feud. I really want this to be a feud. I'm very interested in Becky Lynch versus Sol Ruca, as Sol Ruca being the new person. Maybe Sol is the one to take that Intercontinental title off of Becky Lynch. I think it makes a lot of freaking sense. So, but as being a non-title match, I got Sol Ruca defeating the man Becky Lynch. Probably either by a roll-up or a soul snatch, something crazy. But I think Sol getting this win over Becky will lead to Becky versus Sol for the women's Intercontinental title. Not at this event, not at Clash in Italy, but whatever the next event is, and I'm very excited for that as well. All right, so we now have the main event match. Ironically, it's for the Intercontinental Championship. It is Penta versus Ethan Page. Very big spot for Ethan Page here. I don't think people realize how big of a spot this is, especially because this has been somewhat kind of advertised as the main event. This is a huge moment. You're on the main roster. Your first pay-per-view experience on the main roster will be in the main event of a Saturday Night's Main Event. I find that very interesting for Ethan Page, and I hope Ethan Page shows up and balls out. The one thing about Ethan Page is a pro. And I think, don't get me wrong, do I think Ethan Page is going to win this match? Respectfully, no. But do I think this platform of Saturday Night's Main Event and being in the main event against Penta, somebody who WWE is also very high on, who will probably end up trying to be the person who helps aid the Rey Mysterio, depending whenever Rey Mysterio decides to put it down, I think they're going to really look at him and a Dragon Lee and a Rey Fenix and so on and so forth. Ethan Page, this is your showcase. This is your time to show out. And I don't think there's ever been a time where, in my opinion, Ethan Page has not been ready for the moment. So I think this match is going to be very good. I think it's going to be very exciting. I don't see Penta probably losing the Intercontinental title, honestly, until the person who's going to take it from him, in my opinion, is Javon Evans. So Penta versus Ethan Page. If you had to ask your boy, I'm going to pick Penta to retain the Intercontinental title in the main event of Saturday night's main event. So, ladies and gentlemen, that is the card for Saturday night's main event. Let me know what you guys believe. Who do you guys think is going to win and why? So, thank you guys for listening. Thank you guys for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe. We are on the road to 11,000 subs. It has been your boy D, Forever Gang. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. And until forever finds you, peace.